So I went to Meghan and Harry's royal wedding, and guys, I swear to God, someone passed out from heat stroke. The canapes disintegrated in midair, like a communion wafer from hell, and Elton John looked like he wanted to throw himself into a topiary just to escape. And that was before the fake guest list, the hotel drama, and the emotional damage disguised as brand storytelling. Yeah, buckle up. This wedding had more plot twists than a Kardashian prenup hosted by Ryan Seacrest on ayahuasca. Okay, so here's what happened. Prince Harry came back for the Invictus Games, right? And King Charles, who, for all his weird fingers, was actually trying to be nice, was like, hey son, you can crash at one of the palaces, literal castles, with armed guards, moats, secret panic rooms, tea on demand. But Harry was like, nah, doesn't feel secure enough. So instead, he books a luxury spa hotel where the pillows cost more than my dad's truck. And everyone was like, dude, what are you actually afraid of? Corgis? Queen ghost sightings? Or just one really awkward hug from William? And suddenly, boom, everyone started rehashing Meghan and Harry's wedding like it was the Zapruder film. And honestly, it kind of was. So then Cartman, because he smells profit like a shark smells blood in influencer drama, launches this thing called Royal Trauma Tours. It's a whole experience. For $100, he gives you binoculars, a tour around Windsor Castle, a free sample of his new snack line, Aristo Chips, and, no joke, a Meghan Markle voodoo doll that smells like lavender and entitlement. I told Cartman that was messed up, and Cartman just goes, Stan, it's not a hate doll, it's therapeutic merchandise, okay? Meanwhile, Butters joins this MLM thing called Pedalocracy, run by some fake duchess with a YouTube channel. He started calling himself a flower boy influencer. No, seriously. He wore this sash that said, pedal power is people power, and started giving out rosewater shots to strangers. I told him it was a scam, and Butters just smiled and whispered, Stan, I just hit diamond tier, I get a brooch. Randy, of course, gets involved in the dumbest way possible. He grabs his iPhone, puts on a royal blue blazer, and says, I'm doing a documentary expose. It's called The Wedding Was a Lie. It's gonna blow the roof off this monarchy. And then he walks through our backyard fog machine like he's Ken Burns meets QAnon. He starts claiming Harry's vows were AI generated by some bootleg streaming service called Cryflix. Like, I promise to protect you, error, unexpected sentiment detected, and Kyle tries to hold the moral high ground by organizing a silent protest at Pret a Manger. His sign just said, Justice for the Queen's Shade. No one knew what it meant, but someone gave him a free panini. By then, the whole town was split. Team Palace versus Team Podcast. Sharon and Sheila got into a slap fight over whether Meghan deserved a commemorative tea towel. Wendy went full TikTok activist and posted a 10-part series called Deconstructing Royal Gaslighting While Hot. Jimmy held an open mic night at the community center titled Mega Jokes. His opener, why did Meghan bring Oprah to the wedding? Because her therapist wasn't available. The entire town was unraveling faster than Harry's Spotify deal. Then came the chaos. A secret audio clip leaks online. It's Meghan whispering to Oprah during the wedding. She says, I told you we could pull this off. Like she just finished a bank heist. The internet loses it. Piers Morgan combusts. Gayle King tweets, eyes. And somewhere in LA, Kris Jenner starts drafting a wedding reboot script. Then Elton John's mic literally catches fire during Tiny Dancer. The Daily Mail spins it as a symbol of royal rebirth, but we all saw it. He screamed, bloody hell, and threw the mic into the shrubbery. Guests are fainting. Camilla's flapping a fan like she's trying to take flight. George Clooney's crawling through a hedge like a hungover spy. And just when we thought it couldn't get worse, Arthur Edwards drops a selfie from the night before the wedding. Harry and William, bathrobes, warm beers, both looking like they'd rather be abducted by aliens than show up the next day. The caption? Not all fairy tales end with happily ever after. Dude, that was the moment the wedding officially became a season of True Detective, Windsor edition. Meanwhile, Randy's dumb documentary gets picked up by Sparebucks Originals, and he renames it Mexit. The untold womance. There's even merch, like actual mugs that say, "I watched the crown burn." And yeah, I bought one. Shut up. Smash that like button before Meghan trademarks her vows as a wellness affirmation, NFT. I'm not even joking. She already trademarked the word connection in cursive. Then Harry's PR team rolls out this new narrative. He wasn't avoiding the palace. He was practicing security mindfulness. Yeah, that's a thing now. Apparently, it's when you reject emotional triggers, like, I don't know, your dad. And Meghan releases this pastel-colored monstrosity called the Wellness Wedding Workbook, with actual tips like dehydrate to look snatched, curate your guest list for emotional safety, speak your truth, even if it contradicts last week's truth. Mr. Garrison holds a town hall called "Was the Royal Wedding Just California Theater?" The guest panel, Oprah, Elton John, and a hologram of Princess Diana that just floats in silence. Only Towley shows up and goes, "I was there, dude." The tea? Lipton. The drama? Organic. Then Harry gives this emotional speech at some luxury trauma summit. He goes, "I've never felt more alone than surrounded by 600 people at my own wedding." Everyone claps like he just ended war. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there going, dude, that's not deep. That's just what anxiety feels like in a blazer. I started spiraling. Like, is any wedding real? Was my parents' anniversary real? Was Kenny's funeral real or just a PR move? Did the Taco Bell Valentine's special I got my mom mean nothing? I just snapped. My whole worldview melted like royal butter in 30-degree English sun. And then Cartman. Of course, Cartman. He launches a theme park called Royal Escape Packages. The main attraction? The Megxit Simulator. You walk through a fake castle while wax royal figures yell at you, and at the end, you get fanned by staff dressed as paparazzi while holding a baby doll named Privacy. He sells out in 24 hours. Oprah buys the rights. It premieres on Cryflix After Dark as the Duchess Experience, a trauma-tasting menu. So yeah, turns out the royal wedding wasn't a fairy tale. It was the Hunger Games deluxe edition with floral arrangements and an NDA clause. And I think Harry didn't want to avoid his family. I think he just wanted to skip brunch with Camilla and her terrifying homemade jam that smells like disappointment and rosemary. The whole thing was a curated trauma spiral wrapped in gold leaf and sponsored by trauma-informed RSVP cards. Next time someone invites me to a royal wedding, I'm sending a granola bar and ghosting the crown. Subscribe before Meghan launches a TikTok duet with King Charles called "Recollections May Vary." I'm Stan, and this has been way too much tea.